Guess what? Good news. We have two Martin Custom Shop guitars to show you today. This OM and a very special HD-28. They're so special, I had to do a whole video for them. So you want to stay tuned and check them out. Hey, you're watching Alamo Music TV. My name is Chris McKee with Alamo Music Center in San Antonio, Texas. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. If you're new to our channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and like our videos. If you'd like to support the channel, make sure to visit our Teespring store linked below, where you can browse our custom designed t-shirts. Like this one. That's right. So as I said, two great Martin Custom Shop guitars. Now, we reviewed custom shop guitars from Martin on this channel before. I've talked at length about how awesome the custom shop program at Martin truly is. The people involved in that part of the factory really are their own thing, and truly the sky's the limit, or maybe your bank account's the limit. But if you come up with an idea, they're probably going to figure out a way to make that custom instrument for you. Now, there are some quirky things about the custom shop at Martin. So for instance, as a dealer, if I order a custom spec guitar, I can't just go and call it something like a HD-28 custom. That doesn't technically exist. So when you're out there and you're browsing the internet, you'll probably see a lot of things that are labeled as like Martin Custom Shop D14F. And you're like, what the heck is a D14F? Well, that's a 14 fret dreadnought. And then everything else about it is custom. Occasionally, though, Martin will do a run of guitars in the custom shop that are basically custom models. And what we have today are two very special versions of that idea. The first one that we're going to show you is the one that I have here in my lap. And this, I can actually say, without getting in trouble, is a Martin Custom Shop OM-28. So it is an OM-28 based upon the 28 line, but it is fully custom. Now, if you don't know about the custom shop, let me educate you a little bit about how different it is. It's in the factory, but it is its own thing. There's craftsmen who work in that department for Martin, and they make instruments there, separate from the other instruments that go through the rest of the line. If you ever get the chance to take the factory tour again, you'll see those craftsmen literally shaping necks and carving the scalloped bracing. It's really done different from a lot of the other aspects of the manufacturing process. It's slower, it's meticulous, and it's hands-on. That's what makes these instruments special. In addition to the fact that you can literally have just about anything that you can dream of that Martin will say yes to. Yeah, like I also said, sky and wallet are probably the limits on those endeavors. That's what makes these particularly nice opportunities. So let's look at this OM-28 first. It is special. It is an OM body, so triple O OM body shape and size, but it's the longer scale. It has a top with beautiful European spruce, herringbone rosette. It's got a very subtle vintage tint to it. The body is bound in Madagascar Rosewood. The back and sides paired with that European spruce top are maple. That's right. It is beautiful, curly, vintage tint maple. Now, I love maple on a Martin guitar. It's not something that's in their standard lineup. We've done some reviews of maple custom shop guitars that they've done as limited edition runs, and this guitar sounds fantastic. Now, going up with the framed maple back and sides, we have a rosewood and maple neck as well. This is something that I don't often see in Martin guitars, or really anything short of a small luthier built guitar. And that is a two-piece neck on an acoustic guitar. In this case, this beautiful neck is maple with a center piece of Madagascar Rosewood. Up here at the top, we have Waverly Gold Butterbean tuners. Of course, you have your ebony belly bridge, ebony fingerboard. You have your maple headstock veneer with the CF Martin logo inlaid, or actually just the Martin logo, and it's in wood. Isn't that just, that's awesome. The wood that's on the inlay, by the way, is also more of that Madagascar Rosewood. Now, inside, the bracing is scalloped bracing. It is the 1/4 inch golden era bracing profile that's being utilized on this guitar. Very, very limited number of guitars. It's not a one-off, but there were very few of these that were made. It's very comfortable. It features a very subtle modified V-neck profile with a 1 3/4 inch nut. So this is kind of a compromise. It's got the wider 1 3/4 inch nut that we see on a lot of their guitars, and it has a high profile taper, but it's not the modified low oval profile that you see on most of the standard series now. It is a very subtle V shape. It's very comfortable. It fits in your hand very, very nicely. The tone that you're going to get out of this guitar is unique. It's going to have that girthiness that we experience from Martin guitars, that kind of woodiness that comes out. There's a lot of richness in every note that you play, and as you strum a chord, it all blends together nicely. But there's a certain transparency that comes with utilizing maple for the back and sides. I think it's one of the Tonewoods that helps to transmit or translate the player's own unique attack and style of playing better than any other Tonewoods. And so you're going to get this really nice transparent presentation from this guitar with your playing style. And paired with the European Spruce top, it softens it and rounds those notes just perfectly. Really a stunning looking instrument and a joy to play and listen to. So see for yourself. So now we have the second guitar that I wanted to show you in the pair that we got. This is the Martin Custom Shop HD-28. Like the OM-28, this is actually an HD-28 that's been customized by Martin. We have a limited selection of both of these fine instruments. So if you're interested, make sure to visit our website and check out all the specs. It's alamomusic.com. You'll see this one. Now, one of the things that should tell you, if you're familiar with Martin guitars, particularly an HD-28 right off the bat, that this is a custom shop guitar, is the rosette. That's right. You don't have the herringbone rosette, it's actually abalone. Now, this whole guitar has its own unique attributes. Let's talk about everything that's going on. So, of course, it's a dreadnought. You've got the herringbone binding like we're used to seeing on an HD-28 and other 28 appointments. The top is Sitka spruce. It's got that vintage toner on there. Like I said, instead of the herringbone, you have an abalone rosette around the sound hole. You still have your belly ebony style bridge. You've got your wonderful tortoiseshell pickguard there, your off-white binding. The back and sides are not East Indian rosewood. Now in this case, they're Morado, which is also known as Bolivian rosewood. Now this is not a true rosewood, but it is a very fine tonewood that has often been used at times as a replacement for Brazilian rosewood. As Brazilian rosewood became more and more scarce, harder to get, and now just almost impossible unless you have all of your paperwork in order and it's old growth. Now, builders have turned to alternatives like Madagascar Rosewood and Bolivian Rosewood or Morado. It's going to have that rich sound that we want out of the best rosewoods. Lots of nice deep low end, lots of nice bell-like chime on the high end with some amazing overtones that are coming out of this guitar. It pairs very nicely with the dreadnought shape. Now the neck is that modified low oval profile high performance taper that we're used to seeing on a lot of the standard series. But I have something for a lot of you. I've heard from some people out there that you don't like the wider 1 3/4 inch nut width that Martin has gone with in their standard series guitars. Well, guess what? This is 1 11/16. So you've got the very comfortable fast neck profile of a lot of their modern guitars, but you have the narrower nut that was available on the guitars before it. Up here we have the open gear tuners. These are Schallers on this particular model, and that Morado overlay, headstock overlay on the top with the Martin script logo as well. Scalloped bracing inside, it's 5/16 bracing, and they're utilizing the cloth side bracing with the kerfling. This is basically an old authentic style that was used on Martins back in the 1930s. So all in all, really some interesting attributes and choices on this guitar that are not readily apparent to a lot of people, but make it a very special instrument. And as I said at the onset, these are custom shop guitars. So basically, these are handmade in the custom shop for you, making them very special instruments. So you heard the maple OM-28, now hear the Morado and Spruce HD-28. Here we go. So there you have it, two very special models that are coming out of Martin's custom shop that are available right now through Alamo Music Center. If you want more information about either of these guitars, go to our website, alamomusic.com. You can find information about these and other Martins, as well as other guitars in general. If you have any questions, you can chat live with one of our associates there, and we can help you find the right guitar. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, you know, sometimes we do these videos, and it's one thing to do a video and review a guitar that's going to be in production and it's there, and all of you out there looking for it can find that video. But this is something different. This video is done because these are unique guitars that hardly anyone's going to know about unless we tell you. And I want to make sure that you're aware of how fantastic these guitars are in the very short window of time it is to get these. It kind of falls in line with other custom shops and limited edition models. They're here and then they're gone, and all that's left is the memory on YouTube and the chance that fell behind. Anyways, they're great guitars. I hope you guys get a chance to maybe play them yourselves, put them in your living room, make fantastic music. At the end of the day, the best guitar in the world is the one that you're making music on, custom shop or not. We want to help you do that. So if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, like our videos. Unless you don't like it, then don't like the video. Comment below, let us know what you think. We want to chat with you, and we read every single comment that we can. And keep coming back for more. We want to help you find that instrument. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.